Plaintiff Devon Miller says he was adopted when he was 10 because his mother, the defendant, was addicted to cocaine. Years later, Devon moved back in with his mother, but she was still using, and as a result, he became addicted to heroin. Devon suing his mother for a loan. Defendant Tracy Miller admits that she was addicted to drugs throughout Devon's childhood, and she lost custody of Devon and his brother. Tracy regrets she was not a better mother to Devon and desperately wants to apologize to him today.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
All right. There's a saying that you truly don't know a person until you've walked 1,000 miles in their shoes, and I believe that more now.
A person?
Yeah.
How about your mama?
Yeah, you're right. You truly don't understand.
How do you know her?
Yeah, well, I never truly understood what she was going through.
You know her when she started changing them diapers. That's how you really. That's how you really know that person. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, when I was 10 years old, I was adopted because my mother had an addiction to cocaine and
adopted, not placed in foster care?
No, sir.
Legally adopted?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
My aunt adopted us, me and my younger brother, actually. Throughout my childhood, we never really had a great relationship. We were very distant. I moved far away. I never really got the chance to truly have a relationship with her. When I was about 17 years old, after I was adopted, I had actually got the opportunity to move back in with her through my choice, and I chose to make that option to move back in. And honestly, Your Honor, I believe it was probably one of the worst decisions I've made.
Was she still on drugs?
Yes, Your Honor. And shortly after that...
Tell me how things went.
Well, things were fine at first. I mean, we started to build a relationship. We were still very distant from each other, and that's why I had found out she was using drugs, and as it doesn't justify
it. From everybody when she went and made that run every night.
It never really.
Well, when she get on the binge and wouldn't come home for 2-3 days.
Yeah, things started to piece together, and I unfortunately, 2 years after I moved in with her, I fell victim to a heroin addiction myself. I thought maybe it would bond us together. We would have something.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
I haven't heard that one.
So you never heard that one?
Oh, never heard that one.
I think I might have one time, seriously. I think I might have heard that before.
Okay.
All right. What was your thinking? Tell us.
It actually had the opposite effect on our relationship. It became a relationship fueled by drugs and only in how to figure it out, how to get that. And I believe it actually hurt us more in the end. And I still to this day, I truly wish that.
Do you know of her having gone into recovery yet?
Yes, sir. She has been into recovery, Your Honor.
All right, let me hear from you.
First off, Your Honor, I'd like to make a public apology to my son, Devin, to you and your brother for your childhood, of what I put you through my addictions, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm truly sorry, and I love you.
We appreciate that, and that's the first sign of recovery, and the continuous sign is that you feel remorse. And I hope with regard to this loan, it has something to do with repairing the damage that has been done as a result of your addiction. I was at an event speaking for some ex-offenders, and there was one that just got out of prison. He was recovering on crack. And some of them have different opinions about me calling people crackheads, because he said it from the podium. I don't know about calling the people in recovery community crackheads, so when I got up there, I said, no, I don't call you a crackhead if you're off of it, but if you're lying and you're still smoking crack, or you got crackish ways, which is you don't feel sorry for what you've done to people, you don't apologize, you don't try to make good, then you're still a crackhead. When you come in and you say, I really am remorseful about the things I did to people because a lot of people were damaged and affected by my addiction and I shouldn't have done it, you're a recovering addict. And so that's why I give you that applause, and that's why you have that title as recovering.
Thank you.
So what was it like, however, your relationship with him when he was growing up?
Well, back when he was a child. I am a recovering addict. I was addicted to opiates and cocaine. Due to that, I lost my children to my sister, and she took care of them. I then got myself clean. Our relationship was strained. I didn't have contact with him or anything because at that time your mind's not right. You're just not right. Your heart's in it, but your head's not due to addiction. I had gotten myself clean after being clean for 9 years. I met someone, a man, and he was an addict, and I relapsed. And after that, for about 3 years, I was doing, I finally woke up one morning and was done with that lifestyle. I wanted my children. I wanted a relationship with my grandkids. So I left him and I got myself clean. I have now been clean for almost 4 years. Trying to compose myself, sorry. I have now been clean for 4 years. I'm getting my life together. And due to this, I want a relationship with my sons and my grandkids.
Let's get to the loan, because obviously there's some type of relationship. You owe him money and he loaned you money. Go ahead.
All right. In 2014 of August, Your Honor, my mother approached me and said that she needed money for bills. She had convinced me into getting a title loan on one of my vehicles. She had swore up and down that she would pay it right back, that everything would be fine, that I wouldn't have no troubles with the situation, that it would be solved before it ever got the chance to escalate and become an issue. I, of course, agreed. I still had a lot of trust for my mother. I longed for her attention and I longed for her love, so I felt that maybe if I did something like this, that maybe it could further advance our relationship and we could start to build some kind of relationship.
So what happened when it came time to pay?
All right, so what had happened is I had got contacted from the title loan company and stated that the loan has not been paid back.
When?
They contacted me in 2016,
Okay.
Your Honor, when they put it on my credit report. They said the balance has almost doubled. You are in immediate collections. And,
What did she say when you asked her about it?
I contacted her and said, hey, you told me that this would not be an issue, that you would fix this immediately, and that I would never be dealing with this situation ever again.
Did she say she was going to pay you?
She told me, and she swore up and down.
When
Your
was
Honor.
that?
She told me the loan was in August.
When did she say she was going to pay you last?
The last time she said she paid me was, I would say, 2017.
And hasn't given you anything?
No.
All right.
No.
Ma'am, what do you say to this?
I agree with what he says. At the time, I needed the money. I had relapsed. It was due for bills, but in my heart, I knew it needed to be paid, but when I was an addict, my mind was saying something totally different. I had every intentions on paying it back, and then...
You still have the intention?
I do have the intentions
All right, judgment
now.
for the plaintiff. Good. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
I love you. I love you, big guy.
I apologize, honey,
I'm
for everything I put you and your son through, or everything I put you and your brother through, and I want a relationship with you and my grandkids.
And I am so happy to tell you that I accept every bit of apology.
Come here.
I love you, honey. You're my big guy.